understanding research results, presentation, and analysis. When we reach to the point where the results are presented, and when the calculations are to be made and to be presented in our research study, we need to know what procedures are available for the presentation of data and how can we proceed with the analysis, right? So results, as earlier discussed, we could have a data which is either verbal, qualitative form of the data, or numerical, the statistical form of the data. Or we may also be having the blend of the both, right? In some studies, we may be combining both qualitative and quantitative data, right? But the point is that how to present and how to analyze. So the starting point is that we are not supposed to be presenting each and everything which we collected from the field because the raw data is quite voluminous. It's the bulk of data, and we do not need the whole of the data, each and every aspect of the data. We must be making it a useful sort of data and to the point data, because we need particularly in order to address a research question, we need particular aspect of the data. We don't need every bit of the data in order to address one research question. Okay, so there is a point that we must be doing a lot of reduction and selection and deletion maybe at times. So the voluminous data is not really presented in every aspect in the report of the study, whether it's a research paper or a thesis. We must be doing a lot of selection and reductions. Okay, there are common procedures that how would be presenting the data in our studies, and we must know that how the raw form of the data is going through step-by-step processes, and then at the end we are left with quite a selected part of the data, which is really important for making sense out of the results and the data. And this selection and reduction is really done in a very careful way. Very meticulously, a researcher would start with the raw data, and then following the steps which are required, procedures, because there are so many common procedures which are used, particularly in quantitative studies, and of course in qualitative as well. But the qualitative data is not analyzed as the quantitative data is analyzed. Okay, so we must be going through this selection and reduction process, and the end point is that we would be boiling down the raw data into a very manageable and very specified units for display in our research report to present and to make sense out of that data. Verbal data normally we present in our report, in our study, in the form of excerpts, okay, or maybe narrative vignette, and of course in the case of quotations from some interviews, maybe formal or informal interviews. So we are presenting the data in the form of these sort of a presentation like narrative vignette or quotation or excerpts. Okay, so that's the procedure which is done with the presentation of qualitative verbal data. Whereas for numerical data, the heavy data is condensed into tables, very specific, very appropriate, to the point tables. Okay, and then the frequencies and the averages are presented just in order to infer from the data, right? So the descriptive statistics is used to show averages and those ratios. Okay, and then the inferential statistics is used to address research question in the light of the results. Okay, so that's the common procedure where the numerical data is presented in the form of tables and tables of frequencies and averages, right? The presentation and analysis of verbal data is normally done with some steps which are very commonly used in qualitative studies, and there are specific strategies. But the point is that the verbal data that is not as straightforward as the numerical data is. Okay, because for presenting verbal data, we need to go through some qualitative procedures, and the difference is that normally while dealing with verbal data or qualitative data, the researcher is the main measurement device. So it's the researcher who is dealing with the data, using sometimes quotations, sometimes excerpts, examples, and then evidences providing in order to make sense of the data. So that's up to the researcher. But of course, there are procedures which are followed in verbal data, and the common steps are that the data is engaged. Okay, so the researcher would engage the data from the very beginning. Then he or she would reflect upon the data, right? Would be presenting some reflection about the data, and then the researcher would be taking notes. Okay, making notes just from the data, because there might be something really coming in the way which is important, which might be needed in order to answer particular questions. Okay, so this taking notes is another steps, and then when notes are collected, okay, then the data is re-engaged. Okay, again it's visited so that nothing important is left. Okay, and nothing is neglected, which is a pattern of importance. Okay, so those themes, those patterns which are really important from the qualitative data, they are again made sure that they are the part of the data to be presented. Okay, and then the data is organized, what to present first, what to present second, and then how to proceed, and finally what is to present at the end. So this organization of the data is another step which is taken into the procedures used for verbal data. And then the coding is done. Okay, because in qualitative study normally we need to code the data. So this coding is done. Okay, and then coding is particularly the specific numbering which is given. Like might be if it's transcription, so line 1, or maybe the transcription is there. So that coding is really important. That's another aspect of qualitative data. And then the reduction process is there, that what to delete now, what is really the raw form of the data, and what is really important. Okay, so this selection of particular aspect of the data is conducted, and the raw data is reduced. So that's another aspect. And then the researcher would look for relationships, okay, themes, and patterns which are really important. So then he or she would be looking for those relationships. And then the credibility is another aspect that the researcher would check for credibility. And there are particular tactics which are used in order to enhance the credibility of the data. So that credibility of the data is also an important step which is used in the qualitative data analysis. And then the conclusions are drawn. On the basis of those previous steps, the conclusions are drawn and they are presented, right? So the point is that the verbal data, the qualitative data is analyzed, particularly when we are just using verbal data, and then on the basis of those steps which are used, the conclusions are made. So these are the common procedures which are used while dealing with verbal data, which is the qualitative data.